Hey, this is Jamie from Stillmeyer Games, and I'm coming to you a little bit later than normal because my Sunday got away from me and I totally forgot to do today's live play. But I'm here now for round 3 of game 24. And this is the round where currently in round 1 and round 2, I scored exactly 11.3 in both rounds. So I'm either hoping to have a really awesome score or have exactly 11.3 again. But I'm going to try to have an awesome score, and maybe I'll manipulate it at the very end if I'm really close to 11.3. Today we're playing with a viticulture. So in viticulture, you're going to use a specific number to circle a grape and gain the resource below it. And then probably later in the round, you are going to use at least one grape, cross it off, a grape that you've already circled. You're going to cross off that grape and add that number to, or numbers, you can cross off multiple grapes, add that number to the die or the number that you're using. And it needs to add up to at least 10, 11, or 12 to fill that wine order. If you cross off one of these wine orders, you gain 2 stars. In Charterstone, kind of similarly, you're going to circle a building up here and gain the resource directly below it. Very similar to viticulture. But the twist in Charterstone is you're going to look at the other die, the rolled die that you didn't use. Or in the case, if you create a number, you can look at both rolled dice and choose one of them. And you're going to note that in the crate directly below it. Then, at some point in the round, you can use a number to cross off all crates that have that number, or show that number, and you'll gain a star for each of them. So ideally, you'd put the same number in all those crates, and then cross off that number later in the round. Last, we have between two castles. You're building castles from the ground up. So you need big numbers on the bottom, smaller numbers on top of them. When you complete a column, you gain the resources shown at the top of that column. When you complete a row, and some of these spaces are pre-filled, when you complete a row, you gain a star. Let's jump in and see how we do. A 5 and a 3. 5 and a 3. Let me know how your weekend went if you tune into this and you're playing along, whether it's today or tomorrow. Hopefully you had a good weekend. I had a good disc golf session today, and I just got back from an awesome movie called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Probably the best movie that I've seen this year. It was incredible. 5 and a 3. I like 5 for viticulture. Let's see if I can get a coin to do everything. Yeah, okay, so if I do a 5 over here in Charterstone and note that 3 down there, then I get a coin. If I put a 3 is pretty good in between two castles, so or better than a 1 at least. So let's put a 3 right here. And let's go ahead and use this 1 to gain this grape right there, which gets us another coin. It's turn 1. Turn 2. A 6 and a 4. A 6 and a 4. That's one that I might not want to use in Charterstone, because I'd rather have the same number down there, although I might just go for 2 numbers in all those boxes down below. 6 is great in viticulture, though, so I might, and it's actually great in between two castles. Where do I want to put it? I'm tempted to put it over between two castles. Let's put it in viticulture, though. Actually, no. I'm going to go for the early heart. I'm going to go for a heart there. I'm going to go for a 6 right here in between two castles. And should I do anything in Charterstone? Let's not do anything in Charterstone this turn. We don't have to push that yet. Turn 3. Feel free to pause if I go too fast here. A 6 and a 2. Interesting. So I could now use that 6 over here in Charterstone. I do like that a little bit more. I could use the 6 over here in viticulture, which I also like. Let's go with Charterstone. Put the 6 there. Gain a coin. Note the 2 down here. We haven't actually used the 2 yet. We've just noted it there. I could probably use the 2 to complete a column over here. Actually, I could use the 1 to do that as well. So let's use the 2 over here and gain a coin. And we'll create a 1 value die to use in between two castles, which gives us a heart and another coin. I wanted those 2 hearts in case we roll a pair, which we're about to do right now. We're going to roll a pair. We didn't roll a pair. That's a 4 and a 2. 4 and 2 are no good in viticulture, so I don't want to use them there. I like the 4 actually here in Charterstone. Let's do that. Note the 2 down here. What I'm going for in Charterstone is the same numbers, many of the same numbers. That's a very awkwardly written 2, but that is, I assure you, a 2. So we have a 4 and a 2. I've used the 4. I haven't actually used the 2 yet. Let's put the 2 over in between two castles. Eventually we're going to need some pumpkins, so let's put it right there. Turn 5. And do I want to do anything with a 1? I don't want to do anything with a 1. All right, I say 1. I have 3 1-value dice that I could create, or a better die. A 2 and a 1. These low rolls aren't great, but actually I like that 2 over here in Charterstone again. So let's use the 1 there, note the 2. I like what we have going on there right now. I've used the 1. This is tricky because I want to use the 2, but I want to use that in Viticulture. I don't really want to use it between 2 castles, but that's okay. Let's put the 2 right here in between 2 castles. And I can't do anything in Viticulture, unfortunately. We're going to start to run out of time because I really need probably 5 more turns to complete Viticulture. But maybe I can do it in 4. We'll see. We need some high numbers here, though. Let's get some high numbers. 4 and a 1. Not super high, and not the numbers I need from Viticulture. But if I can get a pumpkin, I could turn that 4 into a 5. So let's see if we can get a pumpkin. Yeah, we can get a pumpkin right here in between 2 castles. Let's get a pumpkin. We get 2 pumpkins. I'm going to spend 2 of them to turn that 4 into a 5. So I can use it in Viticulture. I'll get another pumpkin there. And that's actually both the numbers. Do I want to do anything else? I could do something in Charterstone. Again, I'm going to start to run out of time. I didn't write this down, but I have 1 more turn to really get everything going in Charterstone. I need to double up at some point in between 2 castles, but I can't do that right now, so no need to do that now. I think that's the best I can do, unless I want to use... No, I can't do that either. Okay. End of turn. Turn... Yeah, we're totally going to run out of time here. I'm going to let that be. That was a little shady there. I rolled a 4, and then I rolled the other dice back in there, and it changed it. But I'm going to keep it, because we're having fun here. 6 and a 5 is the roll. A 6 and a 5. How do I want to use this? I think I want to use the 6 in Viticulture. It's actually not great for Charterstone either. 6 and a 5. So I'll use the 6 there. I get a pumpkin. The 5... What do I want to do with the 5? I think I'll use the 5 over here in between 2 castles. Right there. And that leaves me with... I haven't done anything in Charterstone. And I don't have much good to do in Charterstone because I really want either 2s, 3... I want 2s or 3s. I've kind of backed myself into a corner here of 2s and 3s in Charterstone right now. I can make a 2, which would be fine. Let's go ahead and do it, We'll do it. We'll make a 2 to get stars. I'm going to cross off these 3 crates to get 3 stars. Maybe a little bit too early, but I only have 2 turns left, so let's go for it. That's 3 stars. All right, turn 8. A pair of 4s. Okay, let's see if we can make this happen. So first, let's put a 4 over here in between 2 castles. There's a 4. There's 2 coins. I can also use a 4 in Viticulture to gain a wine order. What? I have fallen way behind on wine orders in Viticulture. The 4, let's go 4 plus 4 plus 2 is 10. Get 2 stars there. And now I could copy a 4 if I wanted. But I don't know if that really benefits me. All I really want is a 3 here in Charterstone at this point. I don't think I'm going to get much better than that. And I'd have to copy the 4, then manipulate it down to a 3 to actually use it there. I don't think all that manipulation is worth it. What I think is worth it, though, is doing something else in between 2 castles. So let's use a 1-value coin and 3 pumpkins to turn, we'll keep it as a 1. And just in case I need the pumpkins later, maybe go for a pumpkin. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Although I can really do more with hearts at this point. I'll go for the pumpkin. That's a pumpkin. In fact, I might do even more here. So that's a pumpkin. I could create another die and use it over here to get a 2. And that will help my odds a little bit. And give me another pumpkin, which I might need for manipulation. But then I won't have any coins. Okay, I'm talking out loud too much here. Let's just go on to turn 9 and see what happens. We got that 3. We wanted a 3. And a 6 is good in Viticulture. This could work out. Looks like I'll be using a 1 over in between 2 castles anyway. So let's go for a 3 right here. That's a star. We'll use a 6 over here in Viticulture to get 2 stars. 2 stars. And in between 2 castles, I'm definitely going to get better than 11.3 here, so I'm not going for that. There's a 1 value coin to get 2 more hearts. And I don't have enough pumpkins to do anything else, so I think that's all I'm doing this round. I should have completed Viticulture, but didn't push hard enough for that. So we're getting 8. I'm getting all the stars from between 2 castles. So that's 14.6 to end the round. I want to see your awesome scores. Let me know when I post this here on YouTube or here on Facebook or later on YouTube, your awesome scores for this round, and post them on the leaderboard for May. We just started the new leaderboard on our website for Rolling Realms in May. So let us know how you do there. All right. Thanks for playing. Sorry about the late game today. If you were waiting for this today, thanks for playing along, and I'll be back. Not this week, but the following, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, in the middle of the week, I'll do another set of live plays. Take care. See you later. Bye.